And every time I hear a new experience, I really get motivated. To be honest, this for me, it's the beginning of the journey right now. Last 40 days have been really good. I saw some differences, but I really want to, go and move forward and really make some differences in my life that I really am looking for. So really appreciate all the, the CEO members, masters who are helping me to, think differently, do things in a different way. So yeah, that's really really awesome. I really wish this journey would have started 10 years ago. I would have been in a different place, but now it's just started. So looking forward to it. And once again, I want to extend all my thanks to you, Chandra sir, to the coordinators, to everyone who is helping out, answering questions, and to this group who is motivating and really helping to keep me moving in a positive direction and stay consistent with this entire program and learn something new every day and just trying to apply things. So yeah, like really 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 great experience.
Happy morning, dear masters and friends. Good afternoon and happy evening. Around the world where it's morning and you're going to have this cup of tea or coffee this morning, it reminds me of a wonderful quote which says, smile while you're having the cup of tea, smile to the clouds. When I saw this first time in one of the monasteries I visited, it's a very famous quote by Thich Nhat Hanh, who's known as the father of mindfulness in the West. He's a global spiritual leader, poet, and peace activist who left his physical body 2 years ago. And those of you who watched the video on the day 2, we had a beautiful video by Brahmarshi Patriji where he talks about how breath and mindfulness is 2 wings. So I think what helped me personally 5 years ago when I started learning more deeply about mindfulness and practicing constantly, it deepens your meditation practice because you are here present in this moment. So Thich Nhat Hanh, defined is a guru of mindfulness in the West. He developed mindfulness training in all the corporation, healthcare, you name it. It's in the universities, there's programs. So he defines mindfulness as being aware of what is happening inside and around you in this present moment. So all aspects of life, including sitting, walking, eating, speaking, listening, emailing, working, driving, at all moment, because that way you train your mind to be present in this body. Most of the time we are not even present. Mindfulness has become a very loose commercial term, but we're always either in the future or we're in the past. We're never present here. So my dear friends, since, I'm sure Chandra sir will, talk a lot about it as we move forward in the program, but let's all be present here with our body, mind, and spirit together because he's going to teach us some fantastic lessons today. Over to you, Chandra sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonal Madam. Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. We're talking about the four things, the four components that happen. In our yesterday's talk, meditation, wisdom, awareness, and life force. One path. Second path, meditation, wisdom, wholeness, and liberation. Meditation, wisdom, awareness, the first path. Awareness is the basis for mindfulness. When we are aware in a moment, then we can do something different. That something different is what we learn in the wisdom of how to be present in a given situation, how to enjoy the moment. Walk while walking, eat while eating, we know it. But we need that awareness to remember to put that into practice. So when we practice this meditation regularly, when we keep learning the wisdom, which is giving us a new action and response in the moments, then awareness is built plenty, and so then we are living in the moment. We have the opportunity to live in the moment. Which we call mindfulness. Mindfulness about our creation requires that we pay attention to two things. Creation means experiencing something newer. One is something is coming to me, I'm fully present, I'm there. I come home, guests are there. If I can be fully present with them, I'm waking up in the morning, garden is there, I can be fully present with the plants and trees and spend some time there. Mindfulness of what is happening to us, be mindful. Then what about a creation? Something new that I would like to bring. The mindfulness of creation requires two aspects to be aware of. One, coherency, another is focus. If we can be aware of and then bring that into our present moment, coherency and focus, then we start creating, we start attracting, we start manifesting newer experiences into our life. All creation happens if you have these two, coherency and focus. Focus is common sense, we understand it, that if I can be focused about something, then I know that I am getting it into my life. We know this. No matter what you do, if you can stay focused, put your attention on things that you are looking to experience in life, attention on what you look. Or focus are very, very successful. When I say success, they are able to get what they're looking for. Focus is not getting distracted. It is about not getting distracted and staying on course of where you want to go, where you want to see yourself, or what you want to experience. Friends tell you you have a certain goal, but the friends tell you this is suddenly tomorrow they tell you something else, then our focus shifts to that something else. From today until today, you're putting focus on this, but tomorrow onwards, suddenly it shifts. Like they told you something else is more important. distractions all the time. We want one thing, but we also want another things. And so the energy dissipates. Neither here nor there. But we do know this, that in the corporate world, in the business world, in personal life too, if you are focused on relationships, then you know that it's there. You are giving adequate time. When you focus, automatically you take action to give adequate time. So it is common sense. We know this. Coherency is the second. While we can be focused, but if you're not in sync, if you're not in tune with the people, places, things, or situations, then that manifestation of drawing new experience takes time. I want to build good relationships, but if I'm not coherent with the people that we want to build with, because deep inside, when you're not coherent, what does it mean? It means that deep inside, we are frustrated with the person, we're still angry, carrying that a lot. And then as we approach them, we're focused to give that time, but we approach them, we're saying, oh my God, these guys are still not going to agree with me today. I don't know what I'm trying, but they're not going to do it. They are going to be in their own world. They're egoistic. Okay, I'm going to still try. We're not coherent. We have a different energy going with them. I will make this attempt. If they respond even one little bit also strongly, then that's it. I'm not going to continue this at all. Coherency means working together, trying to complement with somebody, extending somebody's points of view, or considering somebody's point of view. Many ways you can think of is how can I be working together with them is a core intent when it comes to building a relationship. When it comes to, let's say, creating something with a group of people, coherency means I'm going to be together with them. If somebody makes my point, it's okay. I'm not trying to cut them and then try to get impressed. I'm going to only compliment. You don't go into creating something with a group of people trying to be one up. Instead, you're trying to be with the group together to make that end thing happen, creation. If you're working on a large project, coherency means you're trying to complement them. Somebody says, I need help extra than you're giving, as opposed to they saying, I have decided to work on this, so I can't give you help. You're trying to work together in many ways that you see what is right in the situation. So the intention approach is to be working together. Coherency requires that you have a good emotion. You're satisfied in the moment. You're happy with whatever you're doing. It requires that we are going to that state. No matter what, in the current state, we need to be happy, not feeling frustrated about, angry about, lonely about, many other things, separated about, but instead you feel fundamentally content and happy in the moment. Then you are coherent with the situation, with the people. Then it goes to the next, to say that you're coherent with the quantum field. We call this quantum field, the intelligent field, which is also out there, which is responding. If I'm not coherent with Sonalji, then it is difficult to plan a trip because my negative vibes energy goes, so then she's also not going to be interested to have a joint something. Same thing with the quantum field. If I'm not coherent with the field, what does it mean if I'm generally I'm unhappy and unhappy about our life, unhappy about current things that are going on? Then in general, we're not coherent because we're disconnecting. We're not accepting what is there into our life. We got to figure out a way to be happy in the moment. No matter what happens, we have to bring ourselves into that happiness, into that stillness of the moment. Then we are coherent. If not very, very positive and jumping around, at least not have the feeling of low. That I'm inadequate, that there is a loss in my life, that I am not fit enough, that I am generally angry and I can't even control my emotions. So many things are, people are not cooperating with me. I don't have adequate stuff in our life. So all of these are sort of putting us into a low emotional state. Power versus Force by David Hawkins, a great book to read to understand the differences of what these lower emotions, higher emotions, and what they're doing into a creation process. But in general, we want to figure out a way to not be unhappy in the moment, bring ourselves into a state of neutrality, or at least positive, or positivity. Then you are coherent. Positivity means in higher emotion, feeling calm, peaceful, feeling compassionate to something, feeling friendliness, giving gratitude, being grateful to whatever that little thing that may be there. Today I woke up. How many people are not waking up from the bed? Can we be grateful for? That is sufficient to bring coherency. Situations may be worse, but I still woke up today. So many people are not able to wake up. I'm still wearing my pant and shirt. I'm wearing my nice dress and going to the office to work, to meet more people, to do something. Millions don't even have that opportunity. They're waking up and then sitting, what to do today? I don't have a job. Expressing that gratitude or just feeling out things that we have can bring us coherency. That's why I do gratitude. Bringing up a moments of life to say, I've gotten such great moments in life, brings us that coherency. And of course, it's meditation that we're practicing every day, where we continue to stay disengaged from the past, brings us coherency. It just brings coherency. It just makes us come out of the situations, no matter how horrible, worst, or difficult they seem to be. It'll give us that peace of mind, the calmness, and then that hope. It'll bring us that hope. These three processes we're doing. We might learn some more in the process, but without solving the situation, we can still become coherent because it is helping us to hold on to things that have been great for us, identifying the little things in our life that are been great, and just using that, we are developing more hope. That's sufficient. When we listen to others' experience, we become coherent because we get inspired. Somebody says, I've solved my migraine headache. We are inspired. Oh, really? So some hope is there. Because the only thing I heard is that it is just not possible. So migraine comes, I got to just be suffering and suffering. But then the moment you hear from somebody, then you get inspired, you move towards positivity. So then you become coherent. Suddenly you become coherent. You know this. That's why you bring so many people to come and share their experiences here. So coherency is achieved greatly. I mean, coherency is necessary to manifest, to create new experience, because the quantum field responds when you're in this higher emotion. And focus is necessary to put our attention on that thing. First, we have to become neutral or positive towards the field, towards the environment situation. Second, then we are focused on what we're looking for with that group. We don't go on talking about, hey, let's do this planning, let's do something else, I want to do something else. If we keep going around many things rather than focus, then we don't achieve it, which is common sense. Meditation brings fundamentally great focus, dear friends. It removes a lot of unwanted stuff. There are mind-based interests and heart-based interests. The heart-based interests are those feelings, what is really important to me. Mind-based interests are influenced through environment. Friends tell us, parents tell us, newspapers or media tells us, we keep looking around, and then they all are telling us, hey, this great thing is coming, that is required, this is required. And we look at them, oh, they bought 4 houses, maybe I should get that house in that same project again. They don't even need it all, but that's mind-based influence. Oh, they got one with this new project the builder launched, let's also go get one. Distraction. Whereas meditation is helping us to, that's mind-based distractions or mind-based desires. Meditation drops a lot of that and then keeps alive what's important, that you're really going to enjoy and cherish. You'll recognize this as we go along. So the essence is that we say meditation is going to help us develop these two core qualities, which means that we're going to start creating, manifesting, bringing your experience of their life that are more important to us, each of us, whatever that may be. I'm not talking about going and creating more money, more positions, more power. I'm talking about what is important to you, looking for it, getting that into our life in a way that you feel deeply satisfied. Relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably. We are practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Let's go into the practice once again. Our goal is in this process to empty the mind and then be in that emptiness. When we sit down with our eyes closed and observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. So you sit down, as you see in the picture, on the floor or in the sofa chair, and then cross your feet at ankle, fingers into fingers, hands rested in your lap comfortably. Remove the spectacles and close your eyes and observe the breath. Anywhere on the nose, observe take a reference point on the nose anywhere, preferably in the middle of the eyebrows or at the tip of the nose where the air is entering into the nostrils. Just observe at that point with your eyes closed, that breath, that natural breath going in and coming out. Just observing the breath there at that point. As you observe the breath, slowly, mind becomes empty. Thoughts come down, mind becomes empty. As the mind is becoming empty, you are experiencing total emptiness, blackness, darkness all around. Observe it. You may have some sensation or movement in your body. Observe it. Anything that happens involuntarily when you are observing your breath initially and slowly, something may happen to your body as it may be moving, feeling some kind of sensation. Observe all of that. It's called meditative experiences. At any given time, if you have thought, and you know you're thinking, then you have to bring your attention back to the breath. And again, observe the breath, and again, slowly go into the empty states. Be in that states of emptiness. Again, when thoughts come, go back to observing the breath. It's called breath mindfulness meditation. We're spending maximum time in this process. Before that, we are doing a process called heart elevation. Just follow my guidance, dear friends. And those of you joining new, please go back to day 1 and day 2. We explained this process in detail. Day 1, day 2 recordings. So relax yourself. Sit comfortably. Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, sitting comfortably, keep your hands on your chest area. With your attention on your sacred heart, can you feel your beautiful heart? Feel the seed of all emotions. Nurturing all life. Come on, dear friends, with a slow, long, relaxing breath, feel your heart center. Connect with it. The center of all emotions, which is helping you thrive with its energies of love, gratitude, compassion, kindness. Can you recollect an experience from your past, from the present, where you felt enormous love, compassion, kindness, appreciation, and relive that moment and feel that emotion? Relive that moment of love, of appreciation, of compassion, and feel that energy. And can you intend to send that energy to everything and everybody, to help them heal, to help them become the greater versions? Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. Come on, friends, intending for the greater good of all things and everybody, sending that energy of love, appreciation, compassion. By making that intention, moves us into coherence with all things. We are all deeply interconnected. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Allow yourself to experience the emptiness, the blackness, as your mind becomes empty. When we observe the breath, the mind slowly becomes empty. As the mind is becoming empty, we channelize the energy into the present moment. We develop greater awareness. We become mindful. yourself to experience the emptiness and blackness inside of you, all around you. Become aware of that emptiness where there's no body, where there's no thing. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of energy. With the infinite possibilities. The longer you linger in this field of energy, the field of unlimited, the more experiences you draw into your life. The more conscious you become, the more righteous you become. aware of that emptiness, that blackness, that field of light. If you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath, dear friend, and find that emptiness all around. Allow yourself to merge into this emptiness of yourself. This is your greater mind. Everything and everybody are connected in this field of emptiness and energy. The more you are with it, the more one you feel, the more whole you become. It is truly an honor and privilege to be experiencing this life at this time of history. Can you express gratitude to all things and everybody helping us experience this life? Express gratitude to your parents, teachers, mentors, family, friends, colleagues, relatives, everybody. Give thanks to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, to everything you use, the technology, the system, the companies, the governments. Gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent universe, the quantum field. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Relax your body and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body.
I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
Recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. And then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Yes, hope you enjoyed the session.
It's great.
We asked that our attention is quite high know this, the focus is quite high, attention is quite high when we have an eye contact. Our presence increases suddenly when we have, let's say, in the front, in a classroom, in a conference room, in a place where we are meeting together. When we are close to people, our presence is a lot more. Our attention is a lot more. Equivalent to of being close to the people or being in the front rows in a physical room, here in a virtual room is to have our windows open, videos open. If we want to be fully attentive, and then when we engage with our eyes, where I see you, you see me, there is an exchange of energy. There's a lot more useful, there's a lot more energy. Attention means energy. Where you place your attention, there you place your energy. So the goal of this program is to know more and experience more. Then I most certainly encourage that you have your videos on. We say that this is a very, very safe place. The whole training in this 4-day program is to be ourselves. To not worry, not bother about what others think of me, others judge me. More develop the training to be ourselves, authentic self. So that then we start experiencing, we start giving more importance to us to experience things that are important for us automatically. This will take one sharing.
Bhagyashriji, please unmute.
Namaste, ma'am. Namaste, sir. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for the program, first of all. It's been very useful for me from last 3-4 days. I've been doing this from Monday itself. But like what I'm experiencing is I'm not seeing any focus point or something like that. Like as sir is mentioning, I'm getting so many thoughts, but yes, still I'm trying to come back to whatever, like the focus point, or I'm trying to focus here, but still it's I'm not seeing any point over there. But so many colors like black, red, and sometimes blue and white are coming up. And today, I don't know, somehow I felt so much pain in my left hand and the left side. But still, yeah, after after that, when I just calmed down myself and then said, it's getting healed like that, I'm thinking in my mind, and I'm continuing. Sometimes I feel like crying, and also whatever, like I'm not able to express also.
Yes, when you're not able to express, then which means generally you're having good experiences or your meditation is going good.
Okay.
Let it be.
Okay, so
Because you're giving times for yourself. First time, you're quietening the mind. Just by closing your eyes, the mind starts becoming empty, by the way. Just by closing your eyes, our senses are withdrawn. So 80% have the opportunity to reduce our thought. That is sufficient to actually pull out things that are bothering us.
okay, but when I'm
Okay.
closing my eyes, I'm getting so many like all the past experiences, and sometimes like even
Yeah.
wherever I felt bad and all are coming up.
I
Like
can run a
when we
poll
are
here
doing,
and see. I can run a poll here and see how many people also say that, the way you're saying. It'll probably be 99%. Okay.
okay, okay,
That's most common. When you close your eyes, now the mind is always chattering. There is so much of relentless chattering going on in the mind. It is just that the moment you close your eyes, then you start observing, your awareness increases. You start observing, say, oh my God, what's all happening? It's happening all the time. It's not just when you close your eyes, it's happening all the time. So when you close your eyes, then awareness is there. They're suddenly seeing wiser, because you know that your goal is to now go empty, and then you're comparing against that. And so suddenly you find like it's like a lot more. There's so much going on. And just practice. Now, you mentioned, like, I'm trying to find a point, I didn't understand, but what you have to do for meditation is to, this whole notes area, either here or here, here or here. Anywhere you fix your attention there. I'm closing my eyes. I asked you to fix your attention here. You know that you can do, yes or no? Can you close your eyes and then fix your attention here at the tip of the nose?
Okay.
And I say, then you can you do it? Have you closed your eyes? Close your eyes and then attention at the tip of your nose, right?
Mm.
So when you do that, you
Yeah,
know that there is the nose and then there is the tip of the nose. You're aware. You don't have to see it, isn't it? So just put your attention there. And then next thing you're doing is to notice the breath in and out. Step 2. That much we can do. My attention here. I got my eyes closed and my attention here. And notice the breath going in and coming out. Okay, there is breath going in, we know it. Some people have challenge finding that breath. Where is it? Right?
yes.
But you will start paying attention, it'll start coming into existence for you to see slowly. If it is not there, just be like that. Your attention
Okay.
right here. If you're not able to find your breath, don't bother about it. Just keep your attention there only. Don't try to search for the breath. Is it there? Where is it? Just be here. That's all attention. I'm sure you will at some point. It's immaterial to find your breath or not, right? But then by default, we find the breath and then that is there. It's going in and
Okay.
coming out. So observe it.
Okay.
Attention onto that breath to see going in and coming out. That's all we have to do. When you do that, automatically some thoughts will come down, which you may not aware. Automatically thoughts will come down when you observe it here. Thoughts come down, slowly you start finding potentially some kind of darkness, blackness. Now, depending on how long you're stayed in an empty state or a reduced thought state, you may not even get to observing an empty state, a blackness around. You may not even got into it. Because if you're there into the empty state for a very short time and suddenly another thought comes, you don't even notice what is the blackness or what is that emptiness around. It's okay. Don't bother about it. Initial days, or even sometimes when you're too agitated, it can be that way. But continue to be patient. Observe your breath there. And slowly as you observe, you will forget that you're observing the breath at some point. One state. You would have forgotten. Instead, you don't know where you are. Observing the breath, suddenly you don't know where you are. The only thing next you know is that, okay, there is some thought. I'm pulling myself here. That'll happen.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, sir. Yeah, just one more question, sir. Regarding coherence, whatever we have discussed, like I'm not able to decide what my goal is. Like I'm having multiple things, like where to focus, I'm not understanding. Should I focus on personal or should I focus?
Don't do any goal focus right now. Just practice meditation for some more. Automatically,
Okay.
what is important will start surfacing up. What's not important will stop dropping or disappearing.
Okay.
Okay. This for today's, we understand the concepts, but we ask that you stay focused, just trying to develop the observing the breath to go into these empty states as much as possible. Right?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
We'll get to manifestation at some point later. That time we can start thinking about that will be into week 3. And so you start developing some, maybe you get a little more clarity by then what's important. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll take the remaining questions after we have some important topic to talk. Can we have the facilitators who are not introduced to be brought up, please? Is Nagendra? Can I put Nagendra on screen?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Add him. Yes, Nagendra.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Good morning and good evening. My name is Nagendra. I'm working as a cloud solution architect in one of the MNC company based out of Bangalore. Currently, I'm the facilitator for Wave 1, Wave 2, and Wave 3 group. Meditation means to me is learning. Every day there are a lot of learnings, and take that learnings and then implement in my day-to-day life, and how it can change my life is what I'm looking from. That's when I started realizing everyday learning, implementing in the day-to-day life, meditation means to me.
Okay. Everyday learning. Knowledge is precursor to experience, which means there's got to be newer experience for you. We hope to understand from you and your group participants. Maybe you can share experiences when we have the breakout room. Thank you, Nagendra.
Sure.
Yes. Is Shalini madam there? Please add her to the. Shalini madam. Yes, Pradeep.
Hello, everyone. Happy morning and wonderful evening. So by background, I'm into IT industry and again from Bangalore. I'm the group facilitators for the groups Mindfulness 1, 2, and 3. So meditation helped me to manifest many things so that I can experience life more. Yeah, that's it.
All right. An opportunity to interact with the young master. All our facilitators have experience. Pradeep has been there with us for a long time, close to 10 years now. So thank you, Pradeep, for doing this again. Okay, friends. I wanted to bring up and discuss an important topic. And I think Shalini madam is not there, right? Shalini madam, I don't see her.
No, she's not there, sir.
Okay, never mind. I'll introduce tomorrow.
Yes,
A
sir.
very important topic from what meditation is doing to our brain. It'll be scientific and understanding, because this gives us an idea of how meditation changes things for us. The simple process of observing the breath is helping to, we said, change the way we think and feel. It brings new experiences into us. New experiences means, for example, you probably would never thought about doing some in cold weather trekkings. You say, that's not for me. But it'll bring that automatically. If that is of interest to you, it'll automatically bring that. You would have dreamt about it in childhood, grew up, and in some health condition, you thought, okay, it's not going to happen for me, you conclude. But meditation brings it back to you. So let's understand this aspect of what is happening, scientifically speaking, in meditation. Our brain, we've got two pictures here. One is talking and showing the brain. Another is representing various thoughts as brain waves. There's all kinds of stuff going on in the brain. Thoughts. Thoughts are called waves because our thoughts have a frequency. So all thoughts can be called as brain waves. So stuff that happens. And on the left side here, we see the brain divided into three areas. The green, the peach color one is called neocortex. It's called human brain. Scientific term is neocortex. The middle one, the small lemon yellow color stuff, is called limbic brain, the mammalian brain. The third thing, which is a little bit orange, somebody wants to draw lines onto my screen. Let's see, how do I stop annotation? Okay. So the third thing here is reptilian complex, or this is the survival brain, which is linked to your vertebra. The top one, this is the neocortex, or the big part of our brain, the thing that is practically there for us, for humans, and it's not there for very, very underdeveloped for animals. So humans have, that's why it's called human brain. It is about logic, learning, abstraction, thought, analytical skills, cognitive skills, reading. Animals don't read, right? Everything is there. Human brain has this great ability to develop what is there to see, but then humans have the ability to develop things, create things, and all of it happens by reasoning and logic and learning. And so they go on developing more things, go on having more experiences. And we are here to experience life. We are here to experience. We're not here to settle with a limited set of views and then limit ourselves to that. And so these three brains, meditation is reprogramming. Now, the second brain, which is the subconscious, the limbic system, that small little yellow color thingy, is called subconscious mind. The frontal one, which is a big part of the brain, is called conscious mind. So I want you to just pay a little bit of attention to keep that in your mind, the thought that, okay, there is this whole brain that all around me, on my head, that's the whole thing. Everything that is like a cap all over the whole head, it's all, the peach color thing is all your conscious mind. Big part of the brain is conscious mind. A tiny part, which is right in the middle of your brain, is called subconscious mind. Then even tinier, which is further below the subconscious or below the limbic system, is called a reptilian brain. And that is linked to your vertebra, which is survival, reproduction. It's basically taking care of the functions of this are, the reptilian brain is about automatic things, the autonomous things that are happening in your body, like blood circulation, heartbeat, lung expansion, contraction. So autonomous functions in the body are taken care of by the reptilian brain. The subconscious mind or the limbic system is the one which is controlling, even though it is tiny, the yellow color is tiny, but it's controlling most of our daily functions. This is the emotional center, or the center which is the seat of our conscious, seat of our personality is captured here. Our personality or our state of being, we call it different words in spiritual language. What is personality? A state of being is the kind of beliefs that we form about life, about people, around everything in this. That's what the truths under which we operate our life. It is a must to respect elders. However bad the situation, however unreasonable the elder is, however wrong they may be, but it is always, I must respect the elder. If that is the conditioning we received it, we operate with it. If we don't question an elder, suppose an elder is killing relentlessly, just killing mindlessly. But then we don't question because we've been told to respect, and then respect means not question. At least we don't give respect, but stop questioning. A belief that is there and say you must respect elders. So no matter how unreasonable they are, but then we don't question and say just walk away potentially if it really don't like, but we don't have the ability, we don't question because it operates from this subconscious program. It's called your personality. What is the thing that you have it as your truth through which you operate your life? So three things. The meditation is reprogramming the subconscious, because the subconscious, when you look at it, all many programs are there. Some are serving us, some are not serving us. If somebody is very unreasonable, it doesn't matter who that is, if they're very unreasonable. And then having the ability to question is so important, to claim back what is important for you. Instead, we just go with this belief, and so then we don't even question. It's important that things that serve us, things that don't serve us, some beliefs that serve us, some beliefs don't serve us. A belief says that everybody told me that my digestive system, all experts have told me my digestive system is very poor. It had some fundamental faults in it and so defects in it, so it is not going to recover. So I'm going to have this lifelong digestive problem. So because many experts, we got into issue, many experts have told us that the digestive system is not going to improve because it's got something missing in it. They'll give, they probably have diagnosed and said it's not going to improve. And so then we come to the conclusion and say, it is going to be this way in my whole life. My digestive can never improve. And that ties to what I can eat, not eat. And then a couple of times you eat something and says, yeah, because if I eat that thing, then it's going to cause big problems for me. We come to a conclusion. Then that is the additional add-on truth around it and says, oh, anytime somebody offers that and says, no, I can't eat it because it's going to get me into trouble. So there's another truth added there. And some more, the digestive challenges, you go into travel 3 times and you got into a little bit of discomfort. And so if I travel, my digestive system always is becoming, here, there, so I'm getting discomfort, so I don't think I can travel. So we got one more belief going there. It does not heal to, I can't eat that, to I can't travel. So many things start getting accumulated around as your truths of life. They keep getting accumulated as we experience it. They're all there in subconscious. They're all are holding us back from experiencing. The reality is that many people who come here have solved their digestive problems. Whatever that may be said, that the expert might have said something, and you maybe experienced it something like that for the last 20 years. But after coming to meditation, the healing, many to all chronic illness are being healed. We have this belief that it's not going to heal, so hold on to the belief. But does it serve us? It does not serve. In the same, when I say the word serve, we limit ourselves, but then we limit ourselves from an experience. Can't travel, can't eat, can't do that, can't do this. They're all are limiting us experience because the core is that my digestive system is bad, defective, can't do. But that comes from our experience of the past. But now with meditation, we understand that if you change your thought and you change that program, your digestive system can change and can improve. So meditation is doing 2 things. One is reprogramming. So having this picture in your mind, let me go to the next slide to explain a little bit more about this. So if you take that mind as primarily the conscious and subconscious, and represent it as an iceberg, the conscious mind is the seen portion, subconscious mind is the unseen portion, somewhere deep in down. The conscious mind, research is telling us that we are operating, even though it is a big part of the brain, we operate only 10% of it is our life experience through it. It is a big part of the brain. More than 90% in size is the conscious mind, the top layer, what is the picture. But with only 10% of experiences are through it. 90% of our experiences are through the subconscious. The tiny yellow color thing is driving 90% of our experience, our day-to-day experiences. Decisions are made, actions are taken based on that 90% of the subconscious mind. It's tiny, but we use a lot of it. What is stored there? Your beliefs, habits, your attitudes, perceptions about people, system. Belief is that my body won't heal. My belief is that I'm not good. My belief is that people don't care for me. My belief is that I can live anywhere in the world. If that is a belief, the person is happily enjoying anywhere. My belief is that, oh, I got this great house. I can, houses. I don't have this vastu, so it's going to be bad for me. That's a belief. I've got great ventilation, great what a view. I'm having great time here. Some people care for a view. I've got great view. I got a great house going. It is just depending on what you believe is how that experience is coming. Subconscious mind has got the beliefs, the habits that we regularly are doing, the behaviors we exhibit with the people. All of this is repeated over and over again. Many are limitations, dear friends. Many are limiting things, limiting thoughts, we call them limiting beliefs. I'm not lucky. So that whole belief that, because some things have not happened to you the way you expect, while your colleagues or friends or relatives have moved forward in life, say, I'm not lucky. You come to the conclusion that I'm not lucky. What does it translate to when you have operating out of this belief? Opportunities come, we don't take them up because I'm not lucky. It's not going to happen to me. Now, in all of this, then we're saying fundamentally there is this concept of thoughts create reality. We get to that concept. But the research is that our subconscious programs are driving our daily experiences. 90% of our today is same as yesterday is because what you're thinking today is similar or same as yesterday. Most of what you're thinking today is same. So when what you're focusing on is same, then your experience also will be the same. If I focus on how my life is not going to improve, then our experiences are going to be the same because there is an underlying thread about thoughts create reality. But leaving that, what they have done in the research is that people who have their 90% of life is operated through the subconscious programs. What they're believing is what is coming out in their life. This is a research. So what meditation is doing is helping to reprogram the subconscious mind. The things that are there in subconscious mind are like your truths of life. So meditation helps us to look into that. The more awareness it builds, then it starts helping us to look at it and say, what is the truth that I'm operating? It's very difficult to make money. It's really difficult to make money. If that is the belief that you are operating, then you're actually making it very difficult to make money. How do we know it's going to be the other is true? Experiment. Change your thought about money and then see what happens in the next few months. Serious about it if you really want to improve. But the research is supporting that what we believe is what we are creating into life. And so meditation is here to change that program, dear friends. The barrier to accessing what is there is a rational mind or the analytical mind. The analytical mind is called the mask, the veil. It stops us from looking into beliefs. When I say all relationships are your mirrors, if you're experiencing something, something not pleasant with a relationship with a person, I say there is a mirror in you. It's because you have that quality exhibiting onto somebody or somewhere. It's a mirror. Somebody showing up to you a discomfort, an unpleasant feeling, they're irritating you. If somebody is irritating you all the time, then I say it is a mirror. You look into yourself and see where are you doing? Are you irritating somebody somewhere, potentially? Every relationship is a mirror to you. Now, you're not ready to accept. Come on, telling me my spouse is all the time such an irritation to me. You're telling me it's because of me? Nobody's going to accept it. Because the rational mind, analytical mind is saying I'm always better than the other person in many ways or whatever. It's not ready to accept. That analytical mind has to be dropped. When I say thoughts create reality and so then take ownership for experience, nobody's going to accept it. I say your hike did not come because you never imagined properly. You always thinking that my company is not going to give. Yeah, my manager won't approve. And if you're thinking that way, and so thoughts create reality, and so why you're not getting a hike, you're not going to agree. No, come on. I'm not the one who thought about it. It is they decided. That's how we're going to say. Our analytical mind is not ready to agree because it analyzes things, looking at and saying, for everybody is a problem. How can it be only my problem? Everybody's got the same challenge. It's the company, the boss is not giving hikes. It's not me. Because you see, everywhere it's the same. It's because everybody is thinking the same way. We don't recognize it, and then we go with the majority view, generalization trap, and so that's all an analytical mind, dear friends. So that has to be dropped. That is the mask which is preventing us from changing what we have inside. So meditation helps to do that fundamentally. It rests the mind, unwanted thought. The second thing in meditation, dear friends, happening is that brain waves they talk about. I'm going to conclude this shortly. The brain waves that we're talking about. All thoughts are brain waves, the energy waves, frequency waves. So there is a frequency for all thoughts that are stressful. You keep worrying about stuff. You keep repeating things unwanted, has no value. So the stressful thoughts are those that keep you on worry, keep one in fear, keep one in anxiety. They're all stressful thoughts. Oh, this person is not there in my life, so life is going to be so difficult now. Oh my God, I lost my job, so what's going to happen to everything in my life? That we keep repeating and recurring, that is a stressful thought, is a high beta thought. The frequency is 20 to 40 hertz. So like that, various thoughts are there of frequencies. Now the stressful thoughts is high beta. Meditation is fundamentally dropping all those thoughts of stress. It drops. You want to sit down, you close your eyes. The first thing you're doing is to calm when you say calm the mind and observing, when you observe the breath, the stressful thoughts are immediately disappearing, coming down. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. And so when you put your attention on your breath and something that is subtle in you, something that's so intelligent with us, science of breath we'll understand some other day in this program, we'll talk about it. But when you put your attention on something far intelligent, you know that the breath is not there, life is not there. So it's got something special. When you put your attention subtly on it, first thing you're doing is moving your attention away from your thought. So that means you're pulling your energy away from thought. And so then thoughts have to come down. The thoughts come down, and so suddenly the stressful thoughts start disappearing. Then you go into the next state, focused attention state. This is the state you are typically when you wake up in the morning and then you are sort of gotten ready. So you're really attentive, gotten ready. You've done a walk in the nature, you come back, and then you're again sitting at your desk. And so you're very attentive, right? Focused attention state, it comes to focused attention. Now you go further down. Meditation takes you into further down. This is where it crosses the wheel, the mass, the analytical mind. It crosses below that. It drops an analysis. And drops an analysis, then it starts going into the magical states of meditation, what is going into something called a fast learning state, alpha state. Alpha state is what we are in typically, as soon as you wake up from the bed, people say, hey, this morning I did stuff, it's amazing. I got a lot gotten done. It's because you are in that state of receiving, a state of learning. You've really calmed your mind down. You're not analyzing too much right in the morning when you wake up. Meditation takes you into that state very quickly. That heart elevation is taking us into the states pretty quickly. Alpha state, fast learning state. Ordinary solutions come in this state. You are working on a lot of problems. Suddenly, the solution comes to you. Ordinary solutions are here. Things that are important to you are showing up here in this alpha state. You become spontaneously know what is your priority. I got 20 tasks. And then today, my way of managing them is to write them down and then doing some priority 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But here, solution, fast learning and solution state is that it is identifying and then bringing it up to you and say, you know what, Chandra, these 5 things you got to do really important today. It comes to you. So it becomes a great time management tool. Priority tasks come up. The prioritized tasks come up. And so then you are able to get a lot of things done. It further takes you down into the theta state. If you go deeper into meditation, you go into theta state in a low frequency, they're all real. Here you are in this, what we call the quantum field. Many, many things happen. You are looking for newer solutions, not just solutions. You're looking for new way of doing things. You know that your process is broken, company process is broken, or either it's not giving the way you adequate results you want. And so you want some improvements. You go into meditation regularly, you start suddenly getting an Yahoo kind of idea and say, oh, I've never even seen it. It's called out-of-the-box thinking. That's happening from here. You come out of the box to think and say, what way I can change it now? So creativity is happening. You start looking for a new way of doing things. You are becoming more insightful about situations, environment, because you're thinking from outside. the same group concept. In a group, you always are going through, meetings happen some way, the problems recur again and again, same way. And we say out of the box thinking, come on, guys, you got to go out, step out of it, and then analyze. And it helps you to do that. And then you draw insight suddenly. Now, it's not analysis, but insight comes. One is by strong analysis of the data, but the second is by intuition. So what you call intuition pulls that insight and say, you know what, the core problem is that we've got maybe those two modules somewhere, which is the problem for this whole thing to happen again and again. That insight, intuition comes. Then you go look into it, and then you are invariably right. Now, my greatest success in my thing is this insights. Having that intuition to be able to identify when you're working on complex systems and problems and identifying that. So insights, theta state. You go into that state, so you're tuning in to receive that intuitive ability to identify challenges, solutions. Healing is the next state. This is the sleep state. Theta, delta are also potentially sleep states. We are resting basically the body and mind significantly. And so those are the times we are actually tuning into this infinite quantum field. But the delta state is like no total healing state. When your body is fully rested, practically there are no thoughts there. Thoughts of 0.1 hertz frequency means it's so tiny, hardly even can notice it. And so that is the state that there is a deep healing happening in a body. This is called the deep sleep state, dreamless sleep state. Meditation takes you into this state. You're sitting down, closing your eyes, observing the breath. In 5 minutes, you may be finding yourself in this delta state. Some people are blessed with this deep sleep where they sit down, they close their eyes, they just fall off into that before meditation. But a lot of them are developing it with meditation to go into the deep sleep state. Normally, it takes, let's say, a long time, an hour, 2 hours to get to the deep sleep for people restless because they're stressful and many things. Meditation takes it away. So go into the deep healing stage. In a few minutes, you can go there. And so if you can be in this deep sleep state, and then medical system requires that you be in this state for some time, adequate time, that's good for the body to rejuvenate. That's why the 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours concepts come, how long to sleep. But a meditator can go into these states pretty quickly. And so by default, then your sleep requirements come down because you go into this healing states. The rejuvenation states happening in the body. The growth hormones produced, anti-cancer hormones are produced there. Many things happen. Further, if you continue into the more deeper states with a lot more practice, is dropping into states called peak performance states called gamma. This is where you are timeless, spaceless. You forget yourself. You go into the zone. It's called flow state. Many people get into the flow states, and it happens more often when you regularly meditate. So meditation is bringing a lot of benefits. Now, these are not overnight things. These happen over a period of time as you practice. It's a great, anything that works with the resting the mind and retraining is resting the mind is giving all these benefits. Meditation, this tool that we're practicing doing is a great way to be the difference. Because of this, then fundamentally, we are having new experiences, we're having creative experiences, we're able to add significant value in where we are, in our companies, in job, at family setting, or wherever that is, in a community, because come with new solutions and you are learning. When you learn new, then you are automatically experiencing new. So life starts expanding. Thank you very much. We will continue this journey. We'll meet again tomorrow at 6 a.m. India time. So, any announcements?
Yes. So we have sent, you should have all received the links for the self-assessment one, and also all the information was circulated today about the certification program. I think 4th February is the last date to enroll. We highly encourage to get the full benefit of the program that you consider doing the certification program. Also, if everybody needs to save the foundation number, because when we are generating certain links, it's difficult if you don't have the the foundation number as your contact. So we'll be posting here on chat in just a little bit. So make sure everybody save that foundation number in your phone. That's all, sir. Thank you. We can take the questions now.
Thank you, Sonal Madam. When she's talking about certification, talking about practitioner certification, right? We have now coach
Yes, that's right.
certificate, certified coaches. So a little qualifying. So practitioner means you can be a great volunteer in many programs, right? And practitioner means companies can recognize, okay, so we've got somebody who's got a better emotional and balanced and intuitive skills. Great. Coach certification is happening parallelly, so that's great. Sridevi Madam, please say a few things about brainwaves and the today's masterclass.
Thank you, sir. Hello, Buddha Seva Masters. Yeah, one thing, as soon as I was listening to you, the analytical mind, dissolving the analytical mind really helps to override the subconscious, our habits, which we conditioned over a period of time. One of the things that I recalled was, I didn't notice in the beginning, but I used to have heartburn, and I used to think about always, oh, if I eat this this cheese in the evenings, or this type of cream or milk, these type of things. I'm lactose intolerant. I keep repeating to myself a lot of times, and I avoid ice cream when I go on vacations. I used to avoid pizza and a lot of things. And then over a period of time, I didn't even observe until 1 year after meditation. And then I started enjoying pizza. Occasionally, I'm doing all of these things, and nothing was happening. And suddenly, 6 months ago, I realized that, this is it. This is something I never realized, that I didn't put it into my list of experiences even. And I realized that I'm enjoying everything because of that analytical mind. I'm not this. The only thing that happened was the openness, or I'm not labeling myself. I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. I'm not saying to my brain over and over that I can't take this, I can't take this. I stopped that after, reading the books, The Placebo Effect by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and listening to your talks. So yeah, I really enjoying this lesson over and over. I'm whoever I meet, I tell that, yeah, this conditioning is happening, or we made ourselves. And meditation, really consistently, doing meditation, helping to override that subconscious mind, and getting the new neural connections happen. A wonderful lesson to listen again and again.
You solved a big problem for a big number of people today with your example. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
I think before we take the questions, also tomorrow we're going to have the breakout room sessions. So we just wanted to let everybody know that they're comfortable.
That's fine. Because they'll just do it tomorrow. Okay. But we need to have facilitators, we need to get together. So they need the reminder for them.
Yes.
Okay, friends. So thank you very much. Give me a 20-second break and then we'll take questions. And have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. For those of you who would like to leave. Yes.
All that I want to do, there's enough time to be and do it all. Whenever I look inside, that's when I realize there's enough time, there's enough time, there's enough time. More than enough. There's enough time to do all that I want to do. There's enough time to be and do it all.
Yes, Sonalji.
I can raise my hand today. I have a question.
Okay.
I'm taking the opportunity since I don't see any arms right now.
You don't see, there are two people that I see, Sandhya Madam and Madhav.
I'm not, it's not coming up on my, okay. We'll take, because Sandhya ma'am has been waiting actually for last 2 days. So Sandhya ji, please unmute.
Namaste, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
So first of all, so very grateful to Chandraji and all the facilitators. This is such an incredible opportunity that I feel God has given me. So I'm not, I must call myself as a beginner, although I have been trying to meditate for a long time. I've never done anything good enough, so I'm a beginner. So what I notice is the time now for me is the end of the day, actually. While in India, it is early morning. For me, it is 9:25 in the night. So when we sit down and we have to observe the breath, so I observe the breath, and I think probably after, today is the 4th day. So yesterday and today are my experiences is after like 3 or 4 times of observing the breath, I go into sleep. I just fall asleep. It's not deep sleep. I get random, I think I'm getting thoughts, but I don't even, not tracking those thoughts. I know they're there, but I'm sleeping. I slump over and I fall asleep. And somewhere maybe there is either a thought that is quite strong or the music that is playing here. I wake up and then I say, okay, I got to observe my breath. So I'm observing breath again. And after 3 or 4 more breaths, I'm falling asleep. So that has been the case today, all through the time. And I think I woke up when, sir, you said, keep your eyes for 5 seconds on the, hands on the eyes for 5 seconds. So I don't know how to, am I doing this at the wrong time of the day? I don't know how to change that.
Namitaji, can you please answer the question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sandhya madam happens to be in my group only, and happy to have her in my group. Yes, madam, I feel you are doing absolutely fine because this is the natural outcome of meditation. You are feeling relaxed, as sir explained, the brainwave state. You are switching into the lower brainwave alpha and probably, and then theta, and probably then delta. Then, so what meditation does? Meditation slows down the mind. You feel relaxed and you are no longer in alert mode. You are no longer in stressed. You are no longer stressed. And besides, feel good chemicals that you will get to learn in the next coming sessions are produced, that melatonin in your body. That is very good for sound sleep. So I think you are doing quite well in keeping you with your experience of just 4 days. This is perfectly normal to get into the sleep, and you might be getting into the emptiness also, because we don't realize where we were. Either we were sleeping or we were having energy experience.
Could it be that I'm just very tired?
That is your analytical mind. Because the analytical mind wants to give a reason. Oh, so I slept, I think I slept because what is sleep equivalent to for us? Not being aware of where we were, right? If you're not aware of where we were, the first thing we associate is it must be sleep. But now we get to understand we are not, we are not sleeping, but we are somewhere. I don't know where we are. Where we will call something called trance state. We are in a trance state where you're not in the sleep state, but you are somewhere. Now, what is sleep versus the trance? You will know when you wake up from sleep, your mouth, your throat area, generally, biologically it feels different. If it is feeling different, then you know that is sleep. And if it feels, fresh and not that way, then you can be assured that you didn't go into the sleep state the way that sleep is bringing. Instead, you are in a state of trance. What does that mean? It means that you are, whether it's deep sleep or not, your subconscious is already an antenna sprung up and then scanning the quantum field. So the benefit is happening. So we don't have to analyze and say, what happened to me? Either way, in the deep sleep or in unaware state, you are unaware anyway. So let it be. But as Namita just said, we do go into that states, right? We go into that the theta and delta states, which means either we're not aware, that could be sleep or trance, or sometimes we are consciously aware. We are consciously aware that we are in that state. We are in the state of zombie. I want to use the word zombie. We don't feel like we are there somewhere. There is something happening. I'm just seeing all around. There's some faint music, maybe I'm hearing or not hearing. But you're aware, you are there. But you're not there at the same time. There will be that you'll experience some point. It's called consciously aware of what's happening around. Okay. That is the time, if there is a vision comes, then you are aware of the vision, then you are consciously aware of a new frequency that is showing up to you. A dream is like that. A dream is a vision that shows up when you go into this theta state, alpha theta states. The dreams are happening. All right. Tuning into other frequencies to receive information. So it's common. Don't try to analyze it. You're doing just great.
Okay. Could I just ask one more question?
Please go ahead.
Please. So on the first day and the second day, when I was practicing along with everybody else, I did not fall asleep. So I would get itching everywhere. I want to itch here, I want to itch here, and I cannot focus or try to observe the breath. I want to itch or something, move my hand or something. So how do we stop that?
Don't stop. In meditation, and it happens in meditation. Don't stop anything. Anything that happens in meditation, we experience it. We go through it. Now, that's why we said it could be pain. It could be a discomforting feeling. It could be a worrisome experience. Whatever that may be, we must go through it. Stay with it. I say it, but then it's too painful. What Chandra you can say, but it's so painful, I can't stay. Sure, I mean, when you can't stay, then anyway, you're going to break the meditation, open your eyes, do something and sit back. That you're going to do. If something is very, very fearful out there that you're experiencing, suddenly like some this exhaust is showing up in front of you, that thing, then you, oh my God, so I can't, right? You're going to open it anyway. But what we have to do in general for any experience is that we try to go through it as much as possible. We experience, we witness it. We call it witness. Observe what's going on as much. It'll slowly go beyond. Now, these body things like that itching sensation, some deep throbbing pains here and there, any of those that are discomforting, uncomfortable body that are happening. And then generally when they happen, we do know that it is a healing experience taking place some way or the other. Okay, and healing in the body.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right.
Namaste. Thank you.
Okay, last one. Today we have a break session. Yes, Madhav, you have a question?
Please unmute. Yeah.
Yeah, instead I would say I would like to share my experience today.
We'll do it tomorrow. If you have a question, please ask. We'll do it tomorrow then. Okay. All right, friends. Thank you very much for joining. We'll meet back tomorrow again at 6 o'clock. And facilitators will meet at 8:15 a.m. Okay. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.
Bye, everyone. We'll meet you all tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Have a great day.